protect your soul. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets.
Yo, 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 yo. What's going on, guys? It's your boy, Epic Smasher. Let me close this door. Hold on. Put some thoughts on. Okay. Yo, 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 yo. What's going on, my friends? Let's get this hair flowing. Get our Superman curl we love so much. All right. All right. Here we go. Dang. Should I wear, you guys think black under here or white looks better? I don't know. I have to wear suited and booted. That's right. Just got to put some socks on. Dylan says hello. Paxro says, yo. Thanks, Ben. I appreciate you, bro. Oh, yeah. I'm excited to wear this jacket. Oh, don't got the other chat up. There we go. Alex says, yo. What up, Alex? Start organizing this chat. There it is. All right. Every chat's open. Every chat's good. What up, Knight Rider? Sherry says, I like the black. Thank you, bro. Well, I say, Sherry, you a bro too. It's like suede, y'all. It's really freaking good. It's from Express. You guys know that I typically basically only wear Express unless... I was like, what is that noise? Okay. I typically only wear Express unless I'm wearing my Beast Games gear. So you guys see me in some dope Express gear today, baby. Oh, ow! Actually, like, really makes my eyes pop, too. What up, Texas? How you doing? Dylan says, you look fancy. Thank you. Thank you. You guys, significantly enough, before Beast Games, I always wore a blazer and some shirt. Like, it was like my go-to thing. It was just like a blazer and some shirt. So the second I saw this yesterday, my kids were like, yo, Dad, you should get that. You look good in that. I'm like, for real? They're like, yeah. And then there was this one dude who was, his wife was trying to convince him. His name's Ray. He's a good dude. And his wife was trying to convince him to get it. I'm like, yo, you out here. And I got this from my boy Tomer. My boy Tomer is like, because I don't give dudes compliments. The only way I'll give a dude a compliment is like, yo, you got a dope hoodie, dope shirt. You look cool. You a legend. Like, if you're with your girl, I'll make you look like really, really good in front of her, all the things. But I don't like be like, yo, you a handsome cat or anything like that, you know? But Tomer was like calling me a stud when we were on our little interview type thing, when I was just talking to him like last week. I'm like, stud. I'm like, stud is a good way to compliment somebody. Like, that's a good way to compliment a dude. It's not overbearing, but dudes need compliments too, you know? So I was making him look good in front of his wife because he's a bossy boss, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, bro, like, you look like a stud out there, bro. Like, definitely get it. And I was like, you know what? Bet. Like, my kids just told me I should get it. Like, if you get it, I'll get it. I was like, better yet, I'm going to get it. You should get it. And so I ended up going to the cash register, buying it real quick. It was actually originally like $200, and I think it was like 40% off. So it came out to like $120, which was just freaking baller. So I was like, all right, sweet. Like, I could rock that. I like the way it feels. You know, if guys out there, if you're feeling like a little lonely, you can just like rub it against your cheek, make it feel good. I don't know. Little furry. Feels good. Feels good. Let me make sure I'm in the center. We in the center. We good. I know you guys like that other angle. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out where it makes it work. There we go. Texas, Sherry, Alex. I like to see it. You're just getting the dog something to eat. Colton says, yo, do you remember Zayden? I do remember a Zayden. There's only been one Zayden. So, yes, I do remember Zayden. 2.2. I got to just shut my son's door. Oi. Hey, let me close this door, okay? Turn it slightly down, like 2 notches. Turn it slightly down because I can hear it. A little bit more. A little more. Thank you. Say it doesn't shut that one. Hey, hello? Can you just turn it down slightly? Okay, thank you. All right. We're on, y'all. We're on, y'all. We ready. We ready. Today is Motivational Monday. If you guys don't know what Motivational Monday is, if it's your first time, say you're new. If you're an OG, say you're an OG. And if you see anybody who says that they're new, introduce them to the chat. Let them know that they're welcome. Give them all sorts of good vibes, all right? You guys, Motivational Monday is all about if you guys are going through something, if you guys have questions, that I can give you some motivation, some positivity, some optimism, a different way of looking at life. That's exactly what I want to do. Now, typically, I chew some neuro gum during this. So good. However, for content purposes, I believe it will come out better. And I'm all about making the videos 1% better. So I believe that it will make it 1% better if I don't chew the gum. Now, this hasn't been said, but I rewatched some of the videos and I see myself, which I love the gum. It's absolutely amazing. And if you need energy, if you need a boost, if you need some focus, NeuroGum is where you need to get it. NeuroGum, you can get it anywhere across the board. Doesn't matter if you get it on TikTok. Doesn't matter if you get it somewhere else, okay? But they have good deals everywhere, so look for it, NeuroGum. I'm going to go ahead and take this piece out. Did I sort the pillows out? No. Can I? Oh, can I? Sure. It's a little messy right now because I didn't get a chance to make my bed today. I was just doing a whole bunch of nonsense. So let's just cover them. How about that? We're going to cover them. Okay? We're going to cover them. Because I was cleaning all the sheets, doing all the greatness. My son's pillow's in here, so I gotta go take that to him. There we go, Ben. Look a little better, mate. That's as best as I can get it for right now. But we'll be good. We'll be solid. 1% better every day. All right, here's your pillow. All right, so we back. Oh, dang, I tried to go around that microphone. Gotta push that baby up a little bit. Here we go. Oh no, didn't make your bed. I always make my bed, except for today, because technically my sheets and stuff I was washing. So you can't make your bed if you're washing your sheets. You can put the cover over it, but you can't make it. So the pillows don't have the pillowcases. There's no sheet underneath. It's just, they're getting clean. They're getting washed. I technically have the bag over here. They're all washed. I just have to put it on there. But here we go. 1% better every time. That's what we're scoring for. We want to be 1% better every time. And I believe not chewing the gum is going to make me 1% better. Okay? Not chewing the gum, but not chewing the gum while I'm streaming. As in, for Motivational Monday specifically. Any other time, it's perfectly fine. A new like, let's go! Smashing that like button, Brett. That's how you know you're cool. Gotta stay hydrated. That's actually my second time drinking water today, guys. And I mean, when I say I drank water earlier, I took a sip, and that was at like an hour ago. So you gotta stay hydrated. I'm gonna clean up all that goodness. I like it very clean, very organized. You guys should see my house, very clean, very organized. That way I don't have to think about it because it's always on my day, always on my mind. I'm like, is everything clean? Okay, everything's clean. I can work. It's all good, Chantel. We just starting. We getting things ready. We getting things good. If you guys know my ebook, in my ebook, I say do your routine before you get on stream. Well, you guys are seeing a little bit of it. I need to get hydrated. Need to make sure the mind is right. Make sure that's where the neurogum comes into play. Did some breathing before this. Did some stretching. Took a shower. Smell good. Look good. Feel good. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. 1% better every day. That's what we're scoring for. 1% better every day. That means over 100 days, I'd be 100% better than I was today. Make sense? So that's what we're scoring for. Every single day, 1% better. All right. Today is Motivational Monday. We're here to answer your questions that you've had throughout the week. Every single Monday, we answer your questions that you've had. So whether you put it in the chat, where it won't be anonymous, or you put it in the Discord where you can fill out a form and nobody can see that it is you and it will be anonymous. Now, I don't see these questions until this very moment that they pop up in the stream. Thankfully, we have Ben. Everybody clap it up for Ben. Ben always helps me out with Motivational Monday. He allows me to be able to give you guys authentic answers by putting the questions in right there on the spot. So that way I'm not thinking about it. I'm just giving you how I feel right there, right then and there. We're not prepping for it. So this is going to be good. We're going to go on to our first questions, everybody. And if you guys have questions, put it in the chat. Here we go. The first question is, how do you stay disciplined on days when you're tired and everything feels harder than usual? How do you stay disciplined on days when you're tired and everything feels harder than usual? Let me think. Okay. So how do you stay disciplined on days that you feel tired and it feels harder than usual? Let me give you a couple ways on how to do that, okay? First thing, how do you stay disciplined, guys, on days that when you feel tired? Well, you got to repeat to yourself, what's the outcome that I want? Like this is just underlining level here. Okay, the underlining level is, where do I want to be? What do I want to achieve? Who do I want to become? And if you know those answers and you can answer that, then you can be like, okay, if I want to become this person, if I want to achieve this thing, how do they act? How does that person act? How does the future self act that wants these things, has these things, and is becoming who I want to be? How do they act? And then tell yourself, what would they do in this moment? That's the first thing. You're having some inner dialogue with yourself in a sense. And you're saying, okay, hey, this is who I want to become. How do they act? They act like this. This is the person I want to become acts like this. Well, how did they get there? What did they do to get there? What would they do in this moment? They would power through. They would say, hey, I know you're feeling tired. And I know you're feeling a little bit more drawn out than usual. And it's okay to have those days, first off. Sometimes you got to rest in order to come back 100 times better. It doesn't have to be 100% every day. Monday through Friday, it could be 100% Monday, 70% Tuesday, 10% Wednesday, 70% Thursday, and maybe back to 100% on Friday. It doesn't have to look 100% every day. It's not always going to look that way. Discipline can look a little bit different than that. What is your energy level? What are you capable of doing? And if you know you take a little bit back today and tomorrow you're going to be at a higher percentage, well, then maybe that's what you need to do. If you feel a little bit tired and you want to stay disciplined, that's the key thing. Is you're like, okay, I'm tired, but I want to stay disciplined. Well, then you just got to reiterate to yourself, where do I want to become? Who do I want to become? Where do I want to be? If I want to be here, in order for me to get there, I already reverse engineered and I said, I need to do this for a consistent amount of time. Well, then you just need to get that motivation back and you need to say, hey, in order for me to get there, I need to do this. And you can also think, hey, if I take this moment today to get a little extra rest, am I okay with being a day or a week or 2 weeks or whatever it is behind schedule? If the answer is no, well, then you need to kick your butt into high gear and get it done. If the answer is, okay, you know what, I can take a little extra rest today and it's still going to push me forward, I'm going to still have the momentum for tomorrow and maybe even more, well, then maybe you take a few hours of rest. But if you're wanting to stay disciplined, which is what the answer says here, then in that case, you need to close your eyes. You need to think about where you want to be. And you need to say, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get there. And if that means I'm feeling a little bit more tired today, then I'm going to knock out everything that I need to get done. And I'm going to get to bed earlier. And you need to reflect and you need to say, hey, if I'm feeling tired today, what did I do yesterday, the day before, a week before, 2 weeks before, 2 months before? Where's that point that I started losing that routine on my sleep schedule that is now leading into that next day? I have that issue myself sometimes. I'm actually just now getting back onto point because I was moving. And I can think back and I can say, hey, 2 weeks ago, I was moving. And that 2 weeks, I used a lot of energy. I used a lot of brain power. I used a lot of muscles. I used a lot of energy. Did I sleep right after that? No, I kept moving. I kept moving. And I felt tired because I didn't get enough sleep after that point. I just went right back into it. However, if I would have looked back and I would have said, okay, hey, you know what? You exerted a little bit more energy than you're accustomed or you were even intending on doing. I knew I was going to. But at that point, I should have been like, okay, your typical bedtime is 10:30. In order to get back on track, you need to go to bed at 9. If you go to bed at 9 and you still wake up at the same time, at least you're getting more rest. And if your day doesn't allow you to do that, maybe you have a job that gets you working all the way up until 11, well, then in that point, what can you do to make your sleep better? That could be changing a pillow. Maybe the pillow is causing you to get less sleep. Maybe your blankets, maybe the AC or the heat. Are you feeling more heated during the night? Are you feeling more cold during the night? Do you need more blankets? Do you need less blankets? Do you need to change the heat up to where it's less so you're not sweating as much and getting better rest? Are you restless? Are you thinking about things during the night? And that tends to be my issue. Sometimes throughout the night, I'm like, hey, I hear sounds and I immediately wake up. Sometimes I'm like, hey, I got to wake my boys up so they don't have an accident. Okay, cool. How can you minimize that? Well, you can put an alarm on and then you can be like, okay, I don't have to think about it anymore. Once I hear the alarm, I wake up. Or you get things prepped early in the day. Hey, new pillow, boom, you prep that up. Now you got a new pillow that's going to allow you to sleep better. New comforters that has maybe wick breathing, so that way you can have airflow go through it a little bit easier. Maybe not wear socks at night so you're not sweating. Maybe find different clothes to wear at night. There's many things that you can do in order to change that. You can take at night, what is it called? Let me think for a second. It is chamomile. If you take some chamomile, that'll help you sleep. I don't think melatonin every night should be the answer, but you can sometimes take melatonin as well. Combine the two, and you could potentially get lucid dreams. Not going to say anything, but yeah. And you can feel a little bit more rested with chamomile. You can feel a little bit more rested with melatonin, but don't take the melatonin all the time. It's not good for you. Maybe every once a month, okay? But plan on going to bed earlier so that way you can get better rest. Change your environment, the things around it. Is it an uncomfortable bed? Have you had this bed for 10 years? Okay, change the bed. Go out, buy a new one. Find out what your sleep pattern is. Like, hey, do you like a firm bed? Do you like a soft bed? Then buy that bed. Sammy says, I need to change my sleep patterns as well. I can sleep through 15 alarms. Laugh out loud. Yeah. So you just got to change some things in order to make it on point. Sometimes what you're eating late at night can keep you up. Sometimes looking at the screen, it's blue lit or it's a blue light, it keeps you up. So you need to do a few things and change a few things at nighttime so it doesn't lead into the next day. If you know, hey, I tend to be the person that's just going to continuously watch TV until I fall asleep, well then maybe you just cut it off a few hours before rest. If you're one of those people that's like, I need something to be playing in order to sleep, well then at that point, put something on the Amazon, the Alexa thing, have some water drops, have a thunderstorm in the background, have nature sounds, have some meditation playing in the background, have some certain vibrations or frequencies playing through a sound. Then okay, I'm still getting those sounds that I need in order to sleep. If you need peace and quiet and you're not getting peace and quiet, put some earplugs in. Put one of those earmuffs on. If it's too bright for you, you have different lights. Maybe you're a person who gets home at 3 a.m. and needs to be to sleep until...
I need a charger.
What kind of charger?
That one.
Thank you for coming in here quietly. That was very nice of you. Come on, you're okay. Thank you. Close the door, please. Keep it silent. Thank you. If you're a person who works midnights and you're sleeping during the day and it's too bright, get blackout curtains so you're not getting light in. Get one of those eye patch things that cover your eyes so you can't see the light. There's multiple things you can do, but you need to sleep. You need to fix your sleep patterns. And that can start by, one, your environment. You can put a mask on. You can put earplugs in. You can actually have sounds playing. You can stop eating 3 hours before sleep so you're not eating anything that's actually keeping you up. You're going to lay down on the drinking unless it's water. So that way you're not getting anything that has energy in it, some caffeine. Don't do that. Change those sleep patterns so it doesn't lead to the next day. So that way during the day you can be the best you. And you can reach and obtain where you want to be. So those are my thought processes on that. Sammy says, if it's the screen, shall I blame you or me? Okay, all right, fair enough. Fair enough. I like that. That's a good one. That is a good one. Well, maybe we can come up with a poll that makes it work for everybody. Does 6 p.m. EST work for everyone? And then in addition to that, I'm going to be very strict about my boundary of a 1-hour stream from now on. After 1 hour, I'm off unless the stream gets extended. So you can guarantee if you're on the other side and it's kind of late for you, that I'm guaranteed to stream for an hour. After that hour, I'm not going to stream any longer unless it gets extended. there's going to be a lot of awesome, amazing things because I'm getting in check. The more I get in check, the more things happen. Sammy says, oh no, I know. But we're going to have a format that makes sense so that way we're incorporating everything we need to during that time. So it's an and situation. We're both. Because the more I'm on point, the easier it is for you guys to be on point. Sammy says, husband is going to hate my 5-minute spends. Give him a reason to spend something for 5 minutes. Give him a reason. Give him extra love, okay? Give him extra love before bed. It'll be worth it. He won't even care. Let's see. Sammy says, husband's been complaining like when we've been sleeping with the eyes open, so we got a mask and it's better. Look, sweet. I love that. That's absolutely amazing. So they took that. That's before I even gave the advice. They were already doing things that's going to help better their sleep. Putting a mask on. That's going to help. That's the first step. If there's too many lights. The second is get blackout curtains if that's the light problem. If it's the lights above you, like as in you have white lights, change those lights out for smart lights. Get ones that you can change colors. Red doesn't prevent you from sleeping. Blue does prevent you from sleeping. White does prevent you from sleeping because it naturally sends that signal to your body that, hey, it's daylight. It's time to stay up. So change those lights. And you can do it with the Alexa app. You can literally be like, Alexa, turn on the hallway light. Alexa, turn the hallway light red. Alexa, turn my bedroom lights red. Turn the downstairs lights red. Turn the basement lights red. You can change it at any given point. So I would recommend getting an Alexa and getting smart lights and connecting the two together. That'd be my thing. Chantal says, he will. He will. Sammy says, he's happy because you said we counted as one. You guys do. You guys are a couple. You guys are one. You're a single unit. Chantal says, I need to swap sides with Lee, husband, so I can get better sleep. Do it. Tell him, hey, sweetheart, I'd like better sleep. And I want to make sure that we're both getting better sleep. I know I would get better sleep on the right side. Okay, cool. He's not going to be opposed to it. Just cuddle up a little bit more. Spoon him sometimes. Sammy says, we got blackout blinds and blackout curtains, but he still complains like his eyes have been open. Like he just sleeps with his eyes open? Because if that's so, well then, yeah, just get some tape. Tape his eye. Tape his eyes down. Texas says, I like it's pitch black when I sleep. Yeah, me too. If there's any light, I'm like, no, please stop. It's terrible. You said, but his snoring's disturbing him. Okay, so make him less of a mouth breather and make him a nose breather. Get him that mouth tape. Have him start breathing out of his nose. His face will change up, his dimensions of his face. It does do that. So just keep that in mind, which is awesome. It's a great thing. You'll see your face change. If you become a nose breather versus a mouth breather, I can literally tell when somebody is a mouth breather versus a nose breather. I literally can tell. I'll literally look at people and I'll be like, okay, yeah, they could use mouth tape. I'm not going to I'll only suggest it if they want to, but I'm not here judging anybody, but I'm just I can see it's if you're a window technician and you're just always looking at windows, or you're a roofer, you're always looking at roofs, or once you know something, you can't go back from knowing it. So it's like that. He's been tested for sleep apnea, so he's probably got to wear that machine. Understandable. Yeah, his tongue blocks his throat, and that's the snore. Yep. Makes sense. My dad had that as well. Chantel says, a few years ago, I was Darth Vader with the machine on my face at night times. That's okay. We all take our moments of getting there. I used to be a bad snorer as well. And then I changed up. I'm like, not a bad snorer. I shouldn't say bad, but I knew that I was snoring, but it wasn't bad. But I prevented it by going ahead and getting the mouth tape that you can still breathe out of, but you're actually focusing more on the breathing through the nose, and it helps your nose, the flow through your nose. Obviously, for people who can't breathe through their nose, that's a different story. There's these things that actually extend your nose. So you'll like clamp it on and it'll extend your nose to get some airflow through it. So that could be an and situation. Mouth tape plus the tape that kind of expands it, like, psh. It's really cool. It's actually really cool. Ben says, if you know you got to be up in the night, then actually need to go to bed early to counter that act. Pitch black and quiet. Yeah, for sure. Heard on that. I'm actually one of those people who like sounds. So I would prefer to listen to a thunderstorm at night. It just brings me peace. Like thunderstorms or drips or the sounds of animals, stuff like that. Like that brings me peace, and it's just like so good. I can literally fall to sleep to meditation. Any kind of sound, actually, I can fall asleep. That partially has to do with kids, but yeah, the quiets. It actually is probably harder for me to sleep if there's quiet, because I'm like, when's that next sound? I'm like anticipating a next sound. Sammy says, I want to do the magnet nose strips. Yeah, you should do that. Oh, okay. I didn't even know what that was, Sammy. Chantel, sounds to me like he needs to get a CPAP machine. Yeah, that's one of those machines. They're so loud too. I got used to the snore now. Can't sleep without it. I hear the electric buzzing. I love that. All right, I'm ready for the next question. Here we go. Talk to me, huh? Next question is, lately I feel like I'm the only one in my circle who actually wants to grow. How do you stay motivated when no one around you is trying to level up? It's simple. It is so simple. It is so simple. You want to level up and you have people who are not growing with you. This is exactly what you got to do. Change your circle. Change your circle. They're always going to be there. You can come back to them 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Okay? Maybe 1 year, whatever it is. Change your circle. If your circle doesn't want to grow, go to the ones who do want to grow. Very, very simple. Very, very simple. It's not about hurting their feelings. It's about they're going to see a better you, and they're going to come to a point where they're like, wow, I wish I would have followed that same type of vibe. I wish I would have followed that same type of vibe because they wanted me to and I didn't follow it. Guess what? They're going to question themselves, and they may very well do that in the future, and you might have affected them, but you thought of you. Think about you first. Because when you think about you first, others will either follow or they'll go their own path, and that's okay. Not everyone's supposed to be on the same path as you. But if people are not willing to grow with you, they got to go. And they don't got to go forever. They just got to go for a period. Some people are in your life for a chapter, a season. Some people are in your life for the long haul. Some people are in your life because they're going to show up and be there when you need them to be there, but they don't need to be there for every step of the way. That's for you. And if you're one of those people who want somebody to be growing with you and you want your friends to grow with you, find the ones who are already doing what you want to do. If you find the people who are like, yo, I want to be here, and that's where you want to be, you're going to grow with them. If you're going to find friends who are already there, if they're already there, in most cases, people want other people to succeed. So they're going to help you get there. Find the people who want to be there and find the people who are there and get with them. Those other friends that you have, leave them on the side burner. You can still hang out with them once a month, once every 3 months, once every 6 months, once a year, or whatever it may be. But change your circle. That's what you got to do. Ben says, I like that energy. It's all about the hooks, baby. It's all about the hooks. I'm thinking about what can I hook now so I don't got to hook later. That's where my mind went. So that's why you got that energy. I was like, hey, how can I hook this now so I don't have to hook it later and we can bring it in there? He says, finishing, huh? Or fishing, huh? Fishing? 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 Fishing for that hook. Fishing for that hook. The more you think about the hooks and the more easier those neurons come, so that way you can do it easier the last time. Fish hook. Yeah, fish for those hooks. Sammy says, oh, by the way, I'm sorry wasn't there at the end of Loot Llama stream. Was late for me, but looked fun. It was great. It was an amazing stream. We were planning on doing some blessings. However, at that time, either the stream went out, I was still live, but some people said that it went out, so I'm not sure. But we were planning on giving some blessings. We weren't planning on giving them in the beginning. I did not want to let people know when I was doing it because I wanted the individuals to get the blessings if they stuck around. Think about it like a Mr. Beast challenge. Whoever's there the longest is going to get rewarded. That's how I saw it. I was like, okay, well, at maybe the end of my stream, that's when I'm going to bless somebody. I might even do it at random times throughout the stream, but I was getting kind of like pushed into it, and I didn't feel comfortable being pushed into it. So I wanted to do it authentically rather than when somebody's demanding it. Yeah, there it is, Sammy. It's about the fun, not the rewards. I want a reward at any given point. Obviously, when the funds are allocated for it, I'm all there. If I don't have the funds to allocate it for it, I'm just going to make it when I can. However, that individual won a 3-0 1v1. And I was like, okay, we're going to do it this week as long as everything's permitted. And we are going to do it. However, nobody was in the chat at that time. I don't know if it was a technical issue or what it was, but boom. We wanted to. And we very well are going to still do it. We're just going to do it at a time that makes sense. I want to reward you guys. I want to reward you guys for sticking around, hanging out, being awesome, being amazing. But if somebody puts you in a position that are like boom, 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 and almost feeling entitled, you got to show them sometimes that like, yo, you got to be patient. So that was more of it. That was more of it. We had an amazing time. And I want to reward and I want to have fun at the same time. And I want to have fun rewarding. And that's what it's about. More questions. Let's go. That's right. Next question is, oh, Ben said, yeah, that stream did black out. Okay. Is there any channel that it didn't black out on? Because it was showing me live on my end. Next question is, how do I stop seeking validation in relationships and learn to feel happy within myself first? You said it. You want to be happy. You want to feel good. You don't want to seek validation first. This is what you got to do. You got to work on yourself. You have to do the internal work first. Otherwise, you're going to always seek validation. You're always going to seek validation if you don't do these 3 things. First, look at yourself. Look at yourself every single day in the mirror and tell yourself, I love you. You're amazing. You're worth it. You don't need to do anything more than be who you are. And those people are going to come to you. You don't have to go seek it. That's the first thing. Look in the mirror. Tell yourself you love yourself. Do it consistently until you believe it. The second thing is you got to do the internal work. You got to backtrack or future track. You got to backtrack and find out, why am I seeking validation? What trauma occurred that I now need validation? And then future think, and say, hey, I don't need validation from other people. I need validation from myself. So future moving forward, I'm going to, anytime I feel an underlining sensation or an underlining feeling that, hey, I need to feel loved, tell yourself you loved. I need to feel accepted. Tell yourself you're accepted. I need to feel, I feel like I need a hug. Give yourself a hug. I feel like I want to make somebody laugh. Tell yourself a joke. Start with yourself first. Look in the mirror. Start telling yourself amazing things. And third, look for resources and support. That's going to allow you to do the work. It doesn't happen overnight. But you can put boundaries in place. You can put steps in place that it doesn't need to be external. But you have to look at yourself in the mirror. You have to tell yourself, you have to believe it, and you need to do the internal work. Look for those resources, look for the support, look for coaches, look for mentors, look for a therapist. Those individuals have the resources and the support you need to be able to do it, because most likely they've either been through it or seen it a million times. They have the tools to be able to do that. I used to be a person. Look at you, bro. I love it. I used to be a person who needed external validation. Why? Well, I backtracked it and I said, oh, I didn't get it from my mom. Okay, so cool. Now I know I didn't get it from my mom, and now I need it from other women, quote unquote, right? That's what it was. And I was like, okay, cool. Now I know that. Let me look in the mirror. Let me give myself validation. Let me tell myself that I love myself. Let me tell myself that I'm good enough. Listen. I'll let you, when I'm done here, you can show me. I have to focus. I'm on a question. Yeah, he's a sidekick. I'll talk about that with you right after I'm done, okay? No, he's a sidekick like a dog, but he's a mouse.
Is it Matilda?
Yeah, he's a character that sits next to you like the dogs do.
I really want...
Okay, let's talk.
No, wait.
Rome, look at me.
Listen, I really want this in the dog.
Okay, we'll talk about it when I'm done, okay? Thank you. Lou Lama says, W Smasher, you're a bossy boss, my friend. You are a bossy boss. Okay, so I used to do that as well because I knew that my past trauma was with my mom, and partially because I was not accepted by my biological dad. I was always told that I wasn't his. I had to find out I didn't have that support. My grandma was like my mom. That's where the love came in. So in order to get out of that pattern of needing that validation from other women, I'm like, okay, I need to do the internal work. I need to look at myself and I need to say, hey, you're loved. You're valued. You're appreciated. You're good enough being who you are. You're accepted. You're owned in a sense. I needed to feel like I was owned, that somebody wanted me. I don't need that anymore. I know that I want myself. I know that. Let me close my door because I can hear something. Okay. I know that just being me is perfectly fine. Why? Because I'm going to continue to grow and I'm going to continue to learn, and I'm an asset to myself. And inevitably, if I work on myself, those women are going to come. Or the woman, not women, not a bunch. I don't need a bunch of women. I just need one. And in order to get there, you have to do the internal work. And you have to say, hey, okay, I'm accepted. I'm amazing. I'm good enough. I love myself so much that I'm going to have boundaries. Loot Llama says all the women. That is good. That is good. I had a period in my life where I needed that. I needed it. And that's okay. Because going through those experiences, you learn that, hey, sometimes some people do need that. Sure. Thankfully, I'm at a point in my life where I know that I just want one woman for the rest of my life. And I can give her all the love that I give myself and some. You want to treat yourself the way you would treat a significant other. If you're looking for seeking validation, treat whatever you're seeking, give it to yourself first. And then do those outside resources and support. That's what I would say. Look in the mirror, tell yourself those things, say it over and over, believe it, and then look for that support and those resources, that they have the tools to be able to do exercises so that way it becomes a habit. Habits become a lifestyle. Okay? That's what I would say. Llama, you're a freaking boss. Sammy, throwing out the hearts puffs, throwing out the roses. Let's go. Ow, ow. I like it. Sammy says, you are enough. Love thyself. For good news, for towards the end of the stream, I did my last full day work yesterday. You did your first full day work yesterday? Your first full day work at the new job? I was like, last full day. What? You got that opportunity. You did it. I freaking love that. Let's go. First full day since having kids. That's amazing. They loved me and asked me back for the next boxing event as a host. Let's go, Sammy. Yes. That is amazing. That is amazing. Everybody throw W's out in the chat for Sammy. That is so freaking baller. People choose you because they see it inside of you. Now just see it inside yourself. Next question is, he says this. I liked that line. If you're seeking external validation for something you need. Oh, here it is. Ben took a line that I said. That's good. That's good. Let's use it as a quote for the future. I don't remember these things after I say them. It's more like I'm tapped in and I say it. Okay. So Ben says, I like that line. If you're seeking external validation for something, you need to give it to yourself first. It's true. It's true. It's absolutely true. Period. Extra's good, sure. But as long as you love it for yourself and are like complete and whole with that, and then if more comes, cool. That's great. Why do you guys think I wanted to be an actor my whole life? Why do you think I wanted to be in films? Why I wanted to be on doing content? It's because I needed that external validation. I'm at a point now where it's I want to be here for you, not for me. Sammy says, we raised $350 in raffle for mental health charity. Wow. And signed 100 people up for the next event. That is so good. How did you feel knowing that you're doing something that gives purpose? And that's like so rewarding because those individuals need help. Mental health is big. It's one of the biggest problems. And we can be there for people who are going through it. Every single one of you guys watching now could encounter somebody tomorrow who needs you. First, start with yourself. Yourself needs yourself first. Then you can be there for others. Okay. Ben says, wow, I never connected that dot. You had an aha moment. That's good. That's good. Ooh, we're going to close that down. There we go. You had an aha moment. I love that. That makes me feel really good. I love that. We'll say that line again. If you're seeking external validation for something that you need, give that to yourself first. It's true. Absolutely true. Serpy says, you look like the... Oh, dang. That is funny. That is funny. That is funny. I'll read what he said. It's a troll. There's a troll here, guys. But it's a funny troll, okay? It's funny. I'll give it to him. He says, you look like the grown-up version of Ronald Weasley. If Ronald Weasley grew up to be a recovering drug addict. So it's a troll. Very much so troll. However, it's funny. I like Harry Potter. So I'm a big Harry Potter fan. So thank you for coming along and giving me a laugh. That was awesome. That was cool. Everybody clap it up for Supprees. Supprees out here trying to make people laugh. Also, Supprees, I appreciate you so much for coming in here and just giving you, okay? That's who you are as a person, and that's fine. I accept you, okay? I want you to know haters are fine. I think it's funny. You know why? Because I don't take offense to it, because I know it's not true. When you know internally, you don't need to know it externally. When you know something internally and somebody feels another way and you know it's not true, it doesn't bother you. So, thank you for that. That was a great joke. He says, I haven't trolled in such a long time, but you have a memeable face. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot. That means the world. I've gotten told many different times, many different things in good and bad ways. The good thing about life is there's a million versions of you. And I'm talking to you, Sir Subsea. And there's a million versions of everyone watching. And how is that? Because you encounter a million different eyes and perceptions. So as you rolled through my stream, you saw a different version of me, and that's okay. And I like that. I will have a million versions of me across my life, maybe even a billion, because I see so many people. I'm going to be the hero. I'm going to be the good guy. I'm going to be the cool guy. And in other people's eyes, I'm going to be the villain. I'm going to be a bad guy. I'm going to be somebody who disagrees with them. I'm not always going to be liked. And that's why it's so important to like yourself. Because as long as you like yourself, it doesn't matter what other people think. So I appreciate you so much. He says, are you a philosopher or some He said, praise Jesus, laugh out loud. That is good. That is good. I like that. I like that. You guys, that was good. That was really good. I'm a wise man. I'm a wise man. And a wise man once said, never pay full price for late pizza, dude. That was actually Michelangelo from the Ninja Turtles. I saw Mason Games says, I like turtles. He says, I'm Batman. No, I'm Batman. Here we go. On to the next one. Ben says, final question unless chat has anything. You guys, Subsea, you're here. You're new. I just want you to know today is Motivational Monday. Motivational Monday. I answer people's questions in ways that will give you a different perspective, some positivity, some optimism. So if you have a question, you can put it in the chat. I'll read it as long as it makes sense or something that I should read. I thought yours was funny, so I definitely thought it was worth readable. Here we go. Alex says, love this stream. I gotta go, guys. Have a great day and safety always. Ow, ow. We'll see you later, G Money. We will see you later. We're at the 1 hour and 1 minute marker. We're on our last question. I'm going to go ahead and do the last question, but we're out. Let's get it. Let's get it. Sammy says, almost 18K likes. Well done, Chantel. And everyone. There we go. 18,000 likes, y'all. That is so good. Sammy says, nah, you're an epic guy. See? I'm an epic guy in somebody's eyes. There's many people who say so many freaking awesome, amazing things. And there's some people who just won't like you because of the reasons people do like you. So that's why I'm saying you can be interpreted in many different ways. Because there's reasons you trigger some people who may not like that attribute about you. And that's okay. Here we go. No, that's not a bad thing, Supsy. It's not a bad thing. If that's what you like and if that's what you think is good, cool. Cool. You got to show your homies love. If that's how you want to show your homies love, bro. As long as they're cool with it and you're not going inside their bubble and they don't like that. You got to respect people's bubble. But if that's what you want to do, bro, do it. Who am I to say no? Sammy says, well, they're bad noodles, as Sauce would say. Here we go. The last question here is, I've worked hard to break certain habits and become a better version of myself. I'm planning to meet up with an old friend soon, and I'm worried that by being around them, those triggers of old habits will rise again. Any advice? Yeah, absolutely. If you're going to hang out with people who have bad habits or trigger those bad habits in you or bring those bad habits out, and you want to hang out with them again, you got to know two things. First thing is you are who you hang out with. And what that actually means, to break it down for you, the more you hang out with somebody, the more you pick up their habits. So if there's something that triggers you about being around that person and you actually get those old habits back, it's probably because you gained them from that person in the first place. Example would be, if I go hang out with my second oldest brother, okay? If I go hang out with him, he does things and acts in a certain way that you could easily pick up certain habits. Are they the best of habits? Maybe not. Some people it is, some people it's not. Me personally, I'm like, yo, I don't really care for that version of me as much as I care for the version of me now. So I would limit that person. You're doing a great job. You haven't hung out with them for a while, but you're going to hang out with them once. You're going to hang out with them again. That's obviously going to bring up certain habits, because the more you hang out with them, the more you actually pick up on their traits. Also, in addition, is they think of you as the person that they've seen, let's say 6 months ago. They don't see you as anyone different because they haven't known you up until this point. So, if you're afraid of becoming or getting those habits back up to the surface, you need to recognize what those habits are and you need to counter them. If you don't want to be like that, counter them. It's simple. You go hang out with that friend and you update that friend on all the great things or amazing things that you've done to change who you were. And you can start it off by saying, you know what? The last time we saw each other, some of the things that I noticed about myself, I would do blank, blank, blank. I've worked on myself from the last time I saw you up until this point, and now I actually don't do blank, blank, blank. That way you can almost subconsciously give them a new version of you by uploading updates. We're a program in a sense. Tell them what you've done to change. And what that does is it also puts a boundary and accountability for you. It says, I don't want to be this person. I've done the work to not be this person. And now you have that person who's going to hold you accountable, hopefully. And if they don't, you have yourself to hold you accountable, because you're telling that person, I don't want to be that person anymore. And then by telling them, you're giving them the moment to realize that you're not that person. And then you're giving yourself the reassurance that you're not going to become that person again. And if it's that person that's triggering it, then you know, hey, we only hang out with that person once a year, maybe every 6 months, maybe every 3 months. Whatever is going to allow you to not seep into those habits again. Okay? Simple. That person brings out those old habits. You establish that conversation early on in the conversation. Say, I used to be like blank, blank, blank. But during the time of not seeing you, I worked on blank, blank, blank. And now I would never see myself doing blank, blank, blank. If they don't respect that, you know that they're not a person who wants you to move and grow and be a better person. according to you. Because according to them, that may not be the better route. That may not be a better person. But to you, it very well may be, because you see how you want to be. Hold yourself accountable and give them that upfront expectation. And if they let certain triggers come out, zip your mouth. Talk to yourself for a second and say, hey, this person did trigger this again. But guess what? I'm not going to have them control me. I control me. I control my emotions. If you let them control your emotions, they control you. Then you're a puppet. Do you want to be a puppet? If you don't want to be a puppet, hold yourself accountable. All right? Subsy, you're funny, man. You're a funny man. That's okay. Subsy feels a certain way. Subsy may already know some of this stuff. But let me tell you something, Subsy. What you may know may not be common sense for everybody else. What I may know may not be common sense for everyone else. What they may know might not be common sense for me, or may not be common sense for you. It's not that every question we answer is going to hit with an aha. And sometimes you may not be ready to hear it. But guess what? If it's not today, and maybe you show up to 55 more Motivational Mondays, maybe the 55th actually hits you. And I'm looking forward to it. Subsy, welcome being here. Alec70807 says, hey, Smasher, what's up, bro? Sammy, Chantel, everybody who's been here. Alec, Ben, let's see who else we've had here. Absolutely amazing individuals. Sherry, you guys are bossy bosses to the max. Everybody, Mason Games. Who else we got? Loot Llama, like a bossy boss that he is. Loot Taker, Moose346. Dylan, Paxfro, Texas. Who else we got? Who else we got, y'all? All the greats. All the greats. You guys, it was an amazing Motivational Monday. Absolutely amazing Motivational Monday. If you guys have questions that didn't get answered today, or if you guys feel like you have another question that you want answered, you can do two things. First thing, you can go to the Discord. You can put a question in the Discord forum, and I will be answering those next week. You guys, I do not see the questions until the very moment that we live stream and the question comes up. It is not scripted. It is right there on the spot. I don't have time to think about it. I just act as what I would think. This comes from real life experiences, and I just want to be here for you. I want to motivate you. I want to give you optimism. I want to give you motivation and positivity. I want to give you something that maybe you haven't had before. A friend. Someone who wants the best for you. Somebody who wants to see you grow and learn. Somebody who wants nothing more than for you to reach that next level. I love you guys. It has been an hour. We streamed for an hour. We're going to hold to that. We will see you guys tomorrow, 6 p.m. EST for Tuesday. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. I love you so much. We'll catch you guys on the flip side. Ciao.